especially in public. So she came up with a brilliant idea to get into the pubs where she could drink. Can you guess what she did? She actually dressed like a man, because men were allowed to go in pubs. So that enabled her to go out and make their fire runs. Lillian would go too, and she'd take her coffee and whatever. Well, when she died, she left a bunch of money to the city, and she had that built to beautify the city and also in honor of the firemen. Now, the Italians, since it was located in the North Beach area, looked at it. Now, one more thing about Coit Tower. Also, when you go up there was a documentary in America a few years ago called The Wild Parrots of Telegraph Hill. And it was a documentary on these birds that came up on American TV. You know that you're looking at the skyline of San Francisco. So it's become very much a trademark part of our skyline. Now here, on the left-hand side, you've got St. Peter and Paul Church, that beautiful church. That is a Catholic church. And that church was, that was where the Italian fishermen used to work in 1855. Who said that? Oh my gosh, you know that. That's very good. Yes, yes. Does everybody know who Marilyn Monroe was? Do you know any of the Marilyn Monroe movies? Like Cat on a Hot Tin Roof or Something Like It Hot, or, well, she married Joe DiMaggio. Do you know? Yes, baseball. When she's a baseball player, you know the Japanese would taunt the American soldiers was by saying very bad things about Joe DiMaggio. That's how much they knew how much he meant to our American men. He was a huge, you know, so it would be like you would be in jail and somebody would say, but how the cable cars operate, there's a cable that runs below the street at a speed of about 9.5 miles an hour. And the cable car operator, called a grip man, has this clutch that he uses to grip on the cable below the street. So it's just like in a car, if you have a car that works as a clutch, right? So it's just like you have a clutch on a car. And he uses that clutch to grip on the cable to take the car uphill, and then to go downhill, he releases the clutch, and then you go flying downhill. Well, not really.
How do you put the brake?
Well, he has a brake. He has the, yeah, you can see here, you go down some really, I mean, you know, we're talking about some of the steepest streets in the whole world are right here in the city. So be thankful the cable car operator has a brake. But actually, it's really hard to be a cable car operator because you have to have a lot of upper body strength. Now, who thinks they would be strong enough to be a cable car operator? Huh? What? Swimmers, yes, yeah. I could be one, couldn't I? Yeah. Probably not. There? Yeah, how about that?
How the car standing?
Well, you have to walk down. We're going to actually be walking down some steps that have a hand.
Anybody with any arthritis, severe backaches?
We'd like to climb up.
No, down. It's quite steep. 8 cars in one block. Fantastic.
No, this way it's orthopedic problem.
Going down is okay. Getting up.
Yeah.
Going down is okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, so we'll accept medical conditions, but we don't accept just because you don't want to. Okay.
Wow, look at this.
All righty.
What's that?
Okay, so here we go, and then Mohammed will meet us at the bottom of Lombard Street.
Jewelry. Actually, the look up and
இல்லை வீல் ஓடுது போல இருக்கு அந்த இது செயின் சுத்துன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
I mean, I have it in my other.
இது கன்ஜஸ்டட் ரோடு அப்படி இப்படின்னாங்க, அதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் தெரியலையா? அது வேறையா? என்னது ஃபார் சேலா நடி? இந்த கார் சூப்பராக இருக்கு. நீங்கள் எதில் இல்லைங்க, நான் எடுக்கிறேன். கொடுங்க கொடுங்க. பயங்கர ஸ்டீப் ரோடு. கார் இதில் போய் திரும்புது. போனமாக்கில
அது ஸ்டீப்பா போகுது. இந்த நேரம் இது பார்க்கணும்ல. இந்த நேரம் பார்த்து நிறுத்துறேன். நீ இருக்கிற நேரம் பார்த்து நிறுத்துறேன்.
ஆமாம், லம்பாடு. அதே இப்படி இருக்கணும். கோணல் மணலாக போகுது ரோடு. நல்ல வேலை இது ஒன்று. இது வந்து டூ வே ரோடாக இருந்தால் அவ்வளோதான். என்னத்துக்கு வருது? ஆமாம், எப்படி அங்கே தான் போய் சேரும். ஃபுல்லாக டைல்ஸ் தான் போட்டிருக்கான். வேற வழி இல்லாமல் இருக்குமா? இதுலேயும் வீடுகள் பாருங்கம்மா. அதை எடுத்து தான் இருக்கேன். அதான் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன். அவன் டூரிஸ்ட் தான்.
ரோட்டில் ஓட்டணும்னு வந்திருக்கா. எடுப்போம்.
அங்கே நிற்கிற இந்த வீடு இல்லை.
Going down.
உங்களை தானே எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கிறேன். வீட்டுக்கு போய் பாரு, தெரியும். வள்ளி.
தேங்க்யூ.
பிரேக் இல்லாட்டி முடிஞ்சு. எப்படி தெரியும் சிரிச்சா உடனே தமிழ்ல நமக்கு
இந்த ஊருக்காரங்க இப்போ மச்சம் இங்கே இருக்குவா
ஏன் இருக்காது. அதிர்ஷ்டம் இல்லாத மாசம் பூவெல்லாம் வச்சுருக்காங்க, 2 சைடும் பூ வச்சு அழகா.
Did you enjoy the walk too? Yeah.
நேற்று நைட்டு போட்டோம்ல, பேட்டரி டவுன் சொல்லுது. நேற்று நைட்டு போட்டோம்ல, அங்கேயே கப்பல்லையும் எடுத்தோம். நான் நிற்கிறேன் அம்மா, அப்படியே முடிவு வரைக்கும் எடுங்க.
அங்கே போய் கூட இருக்கலாம்.
Really good food up here. They actually call this street Caffeine Row for obvious reasons. There are a lot of great cafes. In China, they had no money. So people heard about the gold rush here, and they came from China here to partake in the gold rush and to work on the Transcontinental Railroad. Now, the kind of bummer thing for the Chinese about working on the railroad, well, here's the thing about, well, let me back up. When the Asians came over to work on the railroad, they were really good workers and absolutely no credit. And there was a big bust in our economy afterwards, and the Asians were blamed railroad, which was about they drilled the final spike in the railroad about 1868. Okay, now we're going to go right under the tunnel here, which is right below. We're right below the city, is right over us here. Well, I hope the tunnel doesn't crash. That would be a bad thing, wouldn't it? No, it won't crash.